has a standalone applications in itself, using which you can do a whole lot of things, but they all under the hood make use of the Eclipse platform. And one of the common thing that people would tend to get misguided is, just because the Eclipse framework and the platform itself is an open source thing, doesn't necessarily restrict you to make your tools or code as an open source. You're free to go ahead and make your plugins or the IDEs or whatever rich client applications that you develop as a commercial tool. So that is and some of the good examples for that is your the products that I just mentioned, the IBM Rational suite of products, and Adobe Flex Builders. And even when you go to the Eclipse marketplace, you can see some of the most some of the tools which are commercial there. Moving on, okay, the Eclipse Ide demo. So what I would do is I'll just show my Eclipse IDE. Just for the sake of the demo, I have created a new installation of the Eclipse. It is just blank, and as you can see in the Project Explorer, there is nothing absolutely in it. So that it has some set of plugins, but I mean, for our sake of our demo, we will create it from the scratch so that you know for sure that I haven't rigged up this for the sake of the demo, while we will make the examples work so that you know that at the end of the session, when you do carry on these code examples that I mentioned here, they will work. So some of the most common features that I just want to show. I hope everybody can see the Eclipse IDE that I'm showing. Okay. So in Eclipse, as you can see, this is the Eclipse IDE. First, we'll just create a new project so that it makes me easier to explain the things. Instead of Java IDE, just shift to the Java perspective. Okay. Sorry team, just bear with me for a second.
Mr. Prashant, we cannot see your screen now. Can you please share it again?
Yeah, yes, just 1 second. I have Eclipse just restarted, so I'm just
Okay, sure.
stop sharing. Yeah, is my screen visible now?
Yes, it is visible now.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Uh, okay. There are two ways to learn about any new concept, new technologies. One, either we go through the hundreds of pages of documentations or hundreds of slides and then make a note of it and do it offline. Or the other way is just go ahead and take the jump, and as you keep fiddling around with the various menu options and things like that. So we'll take the later approach in the best interest of time. And the best way to start off is create a project and then figure out how Eclipse does this. So I've created a small Java project, Eclipse uh, Eclipse project. Now, at a high level, this entire Eclipse IDE itself is a plugin. You can use this and extend it further. You can also view it as this entire Eclipse IDE is a standalone rich client application. And if you want to see the list of plugins that would have been installed here, you can just click on About Eclipse, Installation Details, and just click on the plugins. The plugins tab is taking some time to load, quite possibly because this really has tons of plugins installed. As you can see from the size of the scroll bar, there are really tons of plugins that have been installed on my IDE, and you can see the list of all the plugins that has been installed. Right? So, and you can also install your own plugin, and that will show up out here. So, and then there are features that are there as part of this Eclipse. And see, these are some of the icons that of the most popular plugins that I've installed, like the subclips that I was talking of. This is for the Eclipse MR code coverage. This is the Fineworks project. This is again another Subversion Eclipse plugin. This is Maven. And WTP is the Web Tools platform. This is for the enterprise edition of the Java. Okay. Now, within this, there is, for all the artifacts that you create as part of the within the IDE, there is a workspace that is associated. And if you go to that workspace, I'll just open the workspace location. Okay. If you see this, there is, sorry, 1 second. Yeah. So this is where the this corresponds to the physical location of the project that you have created. SRC is where if you were to create source files, it would go and sit into this. Bin is where if all the compiled classes of the corresponding Java file would go and sit there. And settings are some of the preferences of JDT that I was talking of, the Java development tooling. So all those the preferences that you would have with the Java perspective. I still haven't talked of the perspectives and views, which I'll talk about in a minute. But all those preferences would get stored into this. And any other metadata, the plugin preferences, all of that will get stored into this, into your workspace. Now, I'll just go back into this. Yeah. Now, in Eclipse, per se, there are what we commonly categorize it as into various perspectives. Perspectives are, you could say, if I have to translate into a common English terminology, I would say is a coherent set of views and editors that is used to serve a common purpose or an objective. Quite simply put, as if I was interested in doing Java development, then I create a perspective that provides an entire ecosystem around it, which is, like, for instance, views and editors. Views are views are a set of windows and Eclipse plugins that and UI widgets that allow you to view the artifacts that that you have to develop or edit. And editor is what enables you to produce those artifacts. Like, for instance, when as we go ahead and do the next part of the demo, which is related to SWT, there you'll see that all these windows that I'm moving my cursor over, left, the bottom, and the rightmost two of these windows,